I was saying, basically my work, my lab's work basically looks at, how to better position RFID as a core enabler technology for IoT. And what I was saying was basically the last 2 decades have done a fantastic job in terms of making tags very appealing for wireless like ID purposes. So if you want to basically communicate ID about every, like a smart cup or something, for example, the RFID is positioned itself very well for that. But as our world gets smarter, as more physical objects connect to the cloud, there's kind of an interest in not just ID, but to look beyond the ID. So what comes beyond the ID? And so in that case, you may not only want to know that this is a cup, but you might also want to know how hot the liquid is that is inside this cup. So I'm specifically referring to sensing. So in my opinion, looking at techniques that sort of make RFID more amenable to sensing, so that they can be better integrated. So leverage all that good stuff in terms of making it cheap and low cost. In addition, sort of also add the sensing modality at low cost, to me would make it a very perfect uh, point of investigation for Gen 3. And I can talk a little bit about 2 areas we are working in that. First area is in materials. And I mean specifically electrically responsive materials that can help transduce something. So, this has been a very active area of work, but even in RFID for the last 10 years, where people have been using all kinds of smart materials like carbon nanotubes, polypyroles, even hydrogels, to basically do things like sense gas, temperature, moisture, salinity, a whole bunch of different modalities at low cost. So imagine, for example, a situation, and this comes from a project that we did very recently, where, a very interesting application was a smart diaper. This is a very interesting application to have because the margins in the diaper industry are very, very slim. So they do not, if the people here were interested in figuring out whether a diaper was wet enough that you needed to change it. And the application here was for infants, obviously, but also for elderly people in hospitals who may feel embarrassed about, being checked periodically. So you only want to go in if they really need to be assessed. But the problem basically was that they could not afford to put more than 3 cents cost for a moisture sensor inside the diaper. Okay. So one of the ideas that you can do is the hydrogel that actually is there inside the diaper and sort of acts like an absorptive polymer. Turns out that when urine goes into that, it becomes conductive. So one idea was, hey, why don't you just make or shape an antenna out of the hydrogel? So in that case, you're shaving off all the cost of metallization of creating this antenna. You just have to sort of put a little chip leads that connect into this hydrogel. And every time an insult event happens, by the way, when urine goes into the diaper, that's called an insult event. Just thought I'd mention that. Then an antenna sort of emerges from the hydrogel, and then it can broadcast over a couple of meters, therefore conveying the fact that the diaper needs to be changed. So this is a good example of how you can use an in situ material in the application for sensing. So in this case, the hydrogel serves the dual purpose of sensing moisture as well as broadcasting information over a required read range. And moreover, because hydrogels are already used in the construction of the diaper, you're not adding any costs. You're just basically reusing or repurposing an existing material for something more than what it was intended to do. So that's sort of just an example to stimulate how you can use some of these materials in order to make RFID fit applications where maybe hitherto they were not able to fit. So the second, actually, this was the biggest thing because that is sort of like the biggest area in which I work. But another area that we were recently looking into was in the area of power harvesting. Now, I know there's a lot of work that has been done in power harvesting, but I'm going to talk about something very specific in the power harvesting domain, and that is perovskite solar cells. So recently there has been some innovation to make these perovskite solar cells bendable. Okay, so you can make them bendable And as a result of which they are much easier to fit into non-conformal design. So imagine, for example, if you wanted to put an RFID tag inside a golf ball, but obviously you want a more enhanced read range. You're not happy with 30 feet. You need maybe 200 or 300 feet in order to detect it. Suddenly using something like this perovskite material is appealing because you can embed it inside the golf ball skin. It can conform to the surface, you can bend it, and it provides you with either outdoor light energy or indoor light energy. And you can use that either to enhance the range of a tag, or you can use it to maybe power onboard sensors. So I do feel that looking into power harvesting techniques, especially innovations like this, is also going to help support this vision of channelizing RFID towards IoT.